Hi everybody, this is Roxy and I am starting a new group on Your Paper Pantry called Kitchen Confidential, and we're going to be sharing recipes and organizational tips and making grocery lists, pads, we call them tear pads, or people call them tear pads, and then an organizational notebook or ring binder. And just kind of different, we're going to share, like I have a system where I cook 1 day a week for like 2.5 to 3 hours. I just go to town in the kitchen and make about 3 or 4 recipes, main dishes, and then freeze half and we eat half the rest of the week. So I'm going to, kind of go over my technique and my organization process. And one of them is, when I started out, I have these grocery lists and meal planning lists, and I have them combined. I first found one a few years ago at Michael's, and I bought a bunch, thank goodness, and I've been using them up. And they had the Monday through Friday on this side, and then just list. It didn't say grocery or meals, but I actually found this SVG file on Miss Kate's Cuttables. No. I'm sorry, jessicasprague.com. And I'll put the name of it on the box down below. And then I've got a couple others. I made one myself. I found another one from Stephanie Ackerman. Just put one out a couple weeks ago or a few weeks ago. This one was actually a $1 Wednesday on New Year's Day. So I downloaded that and then cut them out. I shrunk them down on my Silhouette and cut them out. These are about 20 pages. I had them 2 up, so it's 20 pages, so I've got 40 lists. And what I do with these is I go, this is how I do my process. I pick out 3 cookbooks and I go through them. Sometimes I just use 1 cookbook a week. And I just pick out recipes I want to try and then plan our weekly meals. We usually go out 1 night a week. And we usually have pizza 1 night a week. But the pizza is either we go out and have pizza or I make a pizza, so that we're not eating big greasy pizzas every week, which I can't stand. But anyways, I digress. So I plan my meals while I'm going through the recipe. I know pretty much what I have in my kitchen as far as stock goes. That's another section we're going to be covering. And so then I write down any ingredients that I know I'm out of or I don't have. And that's becomes my grocery list, which I transfer to a bigger list that captures other items we might need, including cleaning products or paper goods, aluminum foil, whatever. So to make my little tear pad, I've already cut these out, like I said, and printed and cut them out from the SVG file. And then what you want to do is get them, if you're going to cut them by hand, you want to get them a really good cut, very uniform. And then you want to just really book it so that they're nice and flat and even on top. And then you can use bulldog clips, or I have these clips that I had to find them this summer, and it was impossible almost. And then my brother found them at Walmart. So there. So we've got that. So you just want to get that, and you don't want this happening. So you kind of got to just like loosen it up a little bit. Pull these, and then it'll just loosen up and make it nice and flat. And you can use you can use Elmer's glue if you want. You could use Mod Podge, any kind of glue. But you kind of want a good one. But I know I've seen, years ago I saw a YouTube of a girl using Elmer's glue. So, and you just paint that on, which is what I'll be doing. But I like to just use my finger because I kind of like to have it real thick. I'm thinking you could also use like sticky tape, like red line tape, or that really good adhesive tape. But I like using gel medium. So then what I do is I just keep it on the top, You just want a nice, even, thick amount. And this will dry pretty quickly. You know, it doesn't matter if you get it on the front because that's just going to be your own little personal notes anyways. But this is how you can make any kind of a tear pad. You know, like you could make little journal pads like this or notepads. But they're just kind of fun to make, and they're fun and they're easy, and the possibilities for them are endless. So you can, I'm going to clean that up on the top here. And of course I don't have a rag. There you go. And then just clean it on the back. And you just want to make sure that it's pretty evenly coated, which I think this is. And you don't have to worry about the back. If you wanted to, I've made some for Christmas where I made the tear pads and then put a cover and a back onto them, like a back card, chipboard backing, and then a pretty cover, and then just used gaffer washi tape to tape it onto the tear pad. And then you just flip up the cover and tear off your piece of paper. So that's all there is to it for our first project for Kitchen Confidential. And we'll be making these often because there's other tear pads that we're going to be making for the swaps and that. Okay, so it's been about a half hour and my tear pad's already dry. So I can just take off the clips and it's ready to go. See, it's a tear pad. Cool. So I'm just going to do a cover quickly. Hopefully quickly. And just show you how to do that. And I've got, what is it, Glitz Design Cashmere Dame. I bought some paper that there wasn't a lot left, but I thought, well, got what I could find, and then some of the doodads and rhinestones and whatnot. And this is not going to be perfect because I'm already off the line, but it should work fine. Okay, so then you just cut the chipboard to the size of your tear pad, and then decorate it. So I have this piece from Cashmere Dame, which I love. I think it's so cute. And then I had like some of these, some of their glitzy things and peekaboos, some little puffy words. I could even just use one of these, one of their paper layers. Got some whatnots and stickers, and more stickers, and more stickers. So I think I'm going to use the girl down here. Because what I can do is if I use washi tape, I can always reuse this when I make my next tear pad, which is nice. Just peel off the washi tape and off I go. I just gotta cut off that little thingy, the strip. And this, so I need 4 3/4 by 6. I'm going to go a little over just so I'm on the safe side. think you need lead for that. Okay, then I'm just going to find some washi tape to go with it. I don't know if you've seen Artsyville. Their washi tape, or her washi tape, is so cute. I got a bunch of different ones from her. Aren't they cute? She does it all by hand. There's another one. Okay, so that's hers. Let me see what I got. So, oh, I kind of like this. Having washi tape in a tote thing is not a good idea, but that's where I have it. Okay, so new. That'd be cute, but no. I think I might do this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this one. Okay, so we got our tear pads. You just want to, again, book it so it's all flat. And go like that too. Okay. And I'm going to start at the top here with my washi tape. And I might have to go off camera. I'm not that ambidextrous. I think I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I am going to put my clips back on. Just to hold this right where I want it. See, it's already moving. And then just put it down, a little bit down this way on both sides. Okay, and then I'm going to put a piece like that. Oops, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to do that again. Just kind of fold it over and then start about halfway in. And I'm just going to cut these off. And fold this down. And start on about the middle of that. Oops. Trying to match up the dots. Sheila. Okay. Okay. There. So there's that. Ta-da! I think I would use better washi tape. I think this is not the best. And then I'm just going to cut off this extra edge. Open that up. Okay. There. Then you can decorate it. Alright, so I did see one that I wanted to use. Like that one I like. Or this one's cute. That one. I like that one, I think. So, I'm going to add that black in. There. Not sure if I like that. Too big. I think I'll do a button. I gotta go find my buttons. Okay, so this was too big. And that was my idea when I did the black and white washi tape. So I grabbed some buttons. I'm going to do buttons and this baker's twine. So we'll see how that works. I'm going to have to like be really I might have to put some red line tape up there, I don't know. Anyways, we'll see. Oops. I'm just going to put a little dotty thing down there too. Sorry. Like that one. There. Okay. So there's my little mini planner. So, see, this washi tape is really cheap. I think I'm going to just put another fingerful of, yeah, it's really cheap washi tape. So I'm going to grab my stuff. Okay, so this will be tricky. See, it's just really cheap washi tape. So I think what I'm going to do is put another layer, and this isn't going to hurt the tear pad at all. It'll tear off a little bit tougher, but that's okay. There. So I would use red line tape or whatever you call it in your neck of woods to do the cover. Or if you have a really good washi tape. I don't know where I got this washi tape, but it's pretty cheap. There. And then again, I will clip it. That's going to dry really fast. So, see, that's what I like about gel medium. It dries super fast. I'm going to make sure that's there. There, so that's pretty good. So there's my little tear pad for my menu planning, and that's our first project. We'll make 2 tear pads and swap out. So if you want to make one for yourself, then make 3. Okay, I had to look all over for my other tear pads I made, because in the frenzy of getting ready for Christmas, I put them in a hiding spot. So here's the one that I first got at a few years ago at Michael's, and it is a menu planner list. And I kind of just started using this, and it just works out really well. Because like I said, you can decide what you're going to cook for each day, and then put your list of grocery needs over here. So my first one that I made was just real crude and rude, just because it was utilitarian. You know, of course, then I got looking around and found this. This one is from Artsyville, but see, I just kind of globbed it on my this is, I put on really nice. This one, my gel medium's getting kind of on the bottom of the jar, but, you know, they work really well. And then here's the one I made today. And these are the ones, you know, we'll probably do something more like this. But you can make up your own sheet. You know, I thought this could work well. You know, you just put in the menu on this side, maybe in a list over here, put a list on a different pad. So that's our swap. And this video is going to be all topsy-turvy, but so I'm sorry. But please join us at YourPaperPantry.ning.com. I've been talking to Yoli Bean and Eiley Burkett about my kitchen process, or my kitchen organizational menu planning for months. And I've tried to get Yoli on it, and I'm going to make her do it this time. I'm going to get her involved in this so she gets it done. Because it's a really easy way to have meals all week but not be in the kitchen every night cooking and preparing and getting them done. I mean, it's a really nice, it's worked really well for us. So come and join us. It should be fun. Bye.